is Grinstar, and I want to destroy this beautiful piano. Sound-wise, sonically, and it's a piano. I want to be a little bit different. There was a couple of ways of doing it. You got your add-ons, your VSTs, your plugins, your effects, and stuff like that. That can destroy your infiltrators, your narcotics, that kind of stuff. There is something that I learned a bunch of years ago that I was messing around with Trash 2 and learned that you can, in this Convolve, they have something really cool. So let me turn off the stuff. And they have different devices or different things like Mech Animal. What? Goose, okay. And these are IRs. IRs are convolution where they take and they record an area or a sample or something, and they apply it, and they take out they like do a clap or something, and they take out the clap and then apply the resulting sound around. And this video is going to be kind of being torn up by my phone in the background. Sorry about that, but people like to talk. But you're taking a sound and they apply it to the sound being generated, right? And it changes around the sound. What I noticed a bunch of years ago, there was this load button, and what it does, hopefully if okay, so what it does is it you can sit there and load any wave onto it, like any wave. So let me do a quick snip again. All right, now that I found the correct directory, I got this Foley set called the Detroit Chop Shop Sound Effects, and they got a bunch of sound effects that would normally be at a car place, and normally you'd use them for like sampling and stuff like that or stuff like that. But thinking about applying them to an IR, so let's say like campsite fire, that should be interesting. So it'll load it in there. And it changes around the sound, and that actually is really cool. So, like, baby, let's get a baby. And you can almost hear that baby in there in the background. It's really slight and subtle. But it's also affecting our piano and changing around its characteristics. And it's doing something different, and I thought that was mind-blowing, especially if you apply it to a whole bunch of things together in a group, and then sit there and do this convolution. Well, if you don't have Trash 2 or you didn't find it and they're like, oh, bummer, Bitwig does it too. And it's Convolution plugin. I actually have all of those suckers loaded in here. I went and I should have them in here. Or maybe I don't. But this one supports loading waves also. I've done it before. I think these are all the new ones now. Devices. Or at least it did. Give me a second to go find it. I found him. Hit the wrong button. So if you hit that one, it loads it. So now it shows the, there we go, baby fuss, cry, baby laugh. Any rate. Ooh, that one's always good. That one's a bit annoying like my phone right now. That's funny. I just silenced it. Anyway, speaking of silence, so in here I got the loops. I set this folder up in the settings somewhere that said, "Hey, I want you to look at all of these look in the locations, and I want you to look in there for the loops in here, and then get them in there." So you got all these weird loops that I have extra that changes around the sound. Or at least in the convolution. It doesn't do it. Oh, it kind of does. I think you have to do a good mix of it. Because I kind of heard the horse on that one. And there you go. You got perfectly alien sounding sounds. Yeah, that one sounds fun. Mallets, huh? That one's kind of cool. That one's cool for a sustain. Kind of like those long verbs. Yeah, that one's awesome. Okay, and then now we can go into the weirder effects and like granular type stuff. Always, I like EFX. There you go. Love the granular stuff. I think think I found something almost, reminds me of Pink Floyd-ish. I think it newer Pink Floyd. Yeah. That's one of those ones where you can run forever on it just messing around. That's okay. So EFX fragments is out of the scope of the video on per se on what you can do for free. Part of Bitwig. Arturia has some really weird issues with recording OBS and using it for under Bitwig. I don't understand it, but at any rate, the Convolution plugin is really cool. You can add your own waves to it. You have to use this one right here to add the waves. You can add them in here. I think you can go into your settings up here and specify where they are in the settings. Yeah, you can set it up as a location to where to get it from. But with those, you can kind of add some crazy elements to your sounds, you know, a little bit more than what you have in probably standard Bitwig. Probably. There's a whole bunch of stuff already in Bitwig, and there's tons of sounds and stuff like that are in there. But you want to get some crazy stuff, you can, I was just doing, you got some really wild options with foley and stuff like that of different things that you wouldn't normally think of how to do it, like maybe cicadas, now that are coming out summer, get a recording of the cicadas or something and put it in there, or like a whistle or something. Should make this sound crazy. I think I have some cicada samples laying around somewhere. I know I've done a video on it, or anyway, sample one of my earlier videos that I've done where I make absolute noise and use that as a background. That would be interesting. Alright, I'm just playing around. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I will catch you later.